Good day, everyone. I am currently in my kitchen because I am baking some cupcakes. Right there. Just came out of the oven. Um, they're for my friend whose birthday party slash graduation party I had to miss several days back because I was really sick and I couldn't go. And she originally wanted me to bake her some of these cupcakes. They're some butterbeer cupcakes. Um, but then I wasn't able to, so I'm gonna make them today instead and surprise her with them tomorrow because I'm sure she thinks I just completely forgot about her birthday. But I have not. I'm not an awful friend. Um, I actually almost, instead of making the cupcakes, I was gonna make some macaroons because she loves butterbeer cupcakes, but she also loves macaroons. So I was gonna make some sort of like butter rum flavored macaroon like shell, and then just use the same like butterscotch frosting for the filling. But then I didn't because around here it's hard sometimes to make macaroons, and sometimes they just randomly don't come out right. No matter if you do everything right, they just don't come out right. Something with like the air pressure doesn't always bake right around here. But yeah, so I'm making these cupcakes, and I'm actually really happy because I've not made any in like 2 years, and probably one of my favorite desserts in the entire world. I actually don't make them like a lot of the recipes online because every single time I've tried just like baking them exactly like a recipe that I find somewhere, um, they always end up tasting like, well, I just always say they taste like cornbread with butterscotch frosting. There's like really sweet cornbread tasting stuff. And so I'm not a fan of cornbread, but I am a huge fan of butterscotch. So I've kind of tweaked some recipes that I found and kind of have my own recipe going now. They're similar, mine's similar to ones that you find online. Um, just the flavoring is a bit more pleasing. The icing that I use is the exact same as every butterbeer cupcake recipe that you will find online. It's only the cake itself because, like I said, it just always came out to be a cornbread. Not necessarily that it was like dry, like some dry cornbread. It was very moist cornbread, but still just cornbread tasting. And or sometimes depending on um, whether or not I added vanilla or the amount of vanilla, it also just kind of tastes like pancakes with butterscotch syrup. And that's not really what I wanted to go. It's not really what I wanted. So I altered it, made it my own, and it's super delicious, and I'm super excited. The cupcakes just came out of the oven a little bit ago, and I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit before I make the icing to put on top of them. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited. I'm making them for her, but I'm definitely going to eat quite a few of them myself, which is why I only made a very small amount. I did not, I couldn't do it to myself. I knew I'd be mad at myself if I made a whole bunch of them, because if I did, I would eat at least 10 by myself, so don't want to do that. I might actually still make some macaroons, not the kind that I was planning on making. The kind I was going to make involved using a little bit of brown sugar in the actual shell mixture as well, which makes it even harder. So I want to make some London fog ones. I don't really know how I'm going to do that. Maybe just some Earl Grey ones. I just want some lavender and vanilla tasting macaroons because I think that just sounds delicious. But I can't really seem to find a recipe for that anywhere online. So I don't really know how I'm going to go about that. But, or maybe instead of macaroons, I'll just make some London fog shortbread cookies because those are also delicious and I love them and I really want some now. I don't know. We'll see how late it gets. But yeah, super delicious. And if you take a look at this sign right here, 4 days. JK, you can't see that because it's mirrored.
You got 4 days until Disney, or what that sign should really say is 4 days until Orlando.
Because not only are we going to Disney World for 5 or 6 days, we are also spending 2 days at Universal Studios Orlando and Islands of Adventure. So great. One of those entire days will be at both of the Harry Potter areas. I was actually there on opening day for the Hogsmeade portion over in Islands of Adventure, but I still have not yet seen Diagon Alley, and I am super excited. So, cannot wait for that. I'm gonna have some actual butterbeer, won't have to settle for some cupcakes anymore, and I cannot wait. Nobody in my family likes the butterbeer they have there, but I could probably drink 4 glasses. I love sweet stuff so much. Yeah. So. Alright, well, I am going to check on these cupcakes and see how they are doing and start making some icing to put on top of them. And yeah, it's gonna be delicious, as always. Okay, so I went to go check on the cupcakes to see if they were cool yet, and I just kind of couldn't stop myself from eating one without any icing on it. So good. I could eat these without icing. Well, I could eat way more without icing than I could with icing because the icing is so rich, as anybody who has ever had one knows, but the cakes themselves are so delicious. I love them so much. Well, I don't want to tell you how I make them taste this way because I am planning on filming a tutorial on making them one day soon, probably a few weeks from now. But they're super delicious. Make sure you watch out for that because they're delicious. They're perfect. They're perfect. You could eat them as muffins. You know what? Butterbeer muffins. Well, it is about 40 minutes later, and the cupcakes are completely done. I let them cool for a little bit while I made the icing, which is so good. So good. And now, they are done.
Here they are in all their glory. Now, I'm no professional baker or anything, so they're not the prettiest of things, but I promise you they are delicious. I ate one, and now I am extremely full. That is 2 cupcakes that I've had. I'm going to go drink several gallons of water now to dilute all that sugar I just consumed.
Now the cupcakes are finished, so all I have to do is go package some of them up, nice and cute for my friend, and then clean up this mess I got going on and do the dishes. Yeah. So, that'll be fun.